Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayana Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Puranamina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Yam Brahma Varnendra Rudra Maruta Stunvanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangapadakrammo Panishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyana-vasthita tadgateina manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidusura suragana Devaya tasmai namaha. Devaya tasmai namaha. So Bhagavan spoke about reincarnation, and the indication to Arjuna was that do not swerve from your duty because these individuals do not, it is not that they were not there in the past, and it is not that they will not be in the future. They have been there in the past and they will continue to exist in the future. Now 11th verse spoke about self-knowledge. 12th and 13th spoke about reincarnation. And maybe Bhagavan thought that Arjuna is giving suddenly some puzzled look on his face because he is not able to grasp that why is Bhagavan telling me all this, because his mind is very disturbed. So now 14th and 15th verse, they speak about, they are like a little break. So they speak about equanimity of mind, calmness of mind. And again Bhagavan from 16th verse to 30th verse will speak about self-knowledge. So idea is that a person whose mind is calm and quiet only will be able to go deeper into understanding of philosophy and understanding these aspects of self, reincarnation, etc. So calm mind is a very, very important aspect. I think we should say that it is the very first step towards any spiritual experience or realization. So let us see verse number 14. Matra sparshastu kaunteya Shitoshna sukha dukkhadaha Agamapaino nityaha Tanstitikshasva bharata. So he says matra sparshastu kaunteya. Matra here means the sense organs. When the sense organs of ours come in contact with the sense objects, meaning the world outside, the experience will be the pairs of opposites, Shita, Ushna, cold and heat, sukha dukha, happiness and sorrow. By implication, man apman, praise and insult, jay parajay, success and failure. So at all the three levels, body level heat and cold, mind level happiness, sorrow, intellectual level success, failure, these will happen and one cannot avoid that. But what is important to remember is agamaha apahina. They come and they go. Anityaha. They are temporary. Tan stitikshasva bharata. Hence you just bear them. Don't go up, don't go down. Be equanimous. One more verse we take and then we go into the deeper aspect of this. Then why should you be equanimous? Especially if there are pairs of opposites. What is wrong in going up and down with them? Success, I will go up and enjoy. Let it be. With that failure, I will come down. How does it matter? So Bhagavan clarifies in the 15th verse that why this is so important. Yam hi navyathayantyete Purusham Purusharshabha Samadukha Sukham Dhiram Somritatvaya Kalpate. So he says, such a person who is not affected by these pairs of opposites, yamhina vyathayantyete. Such a person is called wise amongst men. Purusham Purusharshabha. Samadukha Sukham. He is equanimous in pleasure and pain. Dhiram. He is a wise man. Saha Amritatvaya Kalpate. He is fit for immortality or she is fit for immortality. Immortality is the highest achievement, realization of the self. You can even apply this to any achievement of the goals in life. Even if I want to achieve something worthwhile in my life, a high goal, something very great, energy of the mind has to be conserved. I cannot allow the mind to get dissipated, disturbed by ordinary happenings because these will keep happening. These pairs of opposites one can't avoid at all. But human mind wastes its lot of energy in these. Sheeta, Ushna. Simple. Now, just now it must be happening. Heat and cold. Somebody sent a WhatsApp message, a cartoon. The sun is there. And there's a man. There's no hair on his head, 1-2 hair on his head. And he's so frustrated, he's sweating all over. And he's saying, क्या धरती पर ही आ जाओगे क्या अभी? The idea is people, if the heat now, one will complain. Then the monsoon will come, again complain. Arey, how much of rain and why the rain is not stopping and everywhere waterlogging is happening and continuous. Mind gets, see the law of life is very simple. If you don't hold on to something higher and inspiring, the ordinary will disturb and dissipate you totally. The ordinary things. Heat, cold, success, failure, happiness, sorrow, they will come and go. So this is natural, this is the law of life. This nobody can escape. Even a man of realization, even a great leader, whoever that person is, has to go through pairs of opposites. It is not that the person who is so great goes beyond that. They also go through all that. But why they are so great? Because they don't allow that to disturb them. They keep their vision clear. They are holding on to something which is high, noble, inspiring, and they just keep going. They don't even bother about these things. Heat and cold and pleasure and pain and success and failure. Why? Because they will come and they will go. And so the word he has used is titikshasva. You bear them. Just tolerate them quietly. Don't dissipate your mind. If I don't do that, see the mind is already wavering, is wandering. plus the external factors which are there, they will disturb me. I don't have any center in my life. I am not centered. It's very important in life to be rooted, to be centered. A person who is rooted and centered will achieve great things, can think of flying high. A person who is not rooted, not centered, keeps getting tossed, fluctuated. What will that person do? Half the time the mental energy will go only in getting tossed. Nothing worthwhile can be achieved. So we should ask ourselves, what is that in which I am centered? Holding on to which I can remain equanimous. See, the boat which is anchored, even if there is a storm which comes, the boat may go up and down, but it will not get directionless, lost, drowned. Nothing, all that won't happen because it is anchored. Especially in our life, we need to know what is that where I am anchoring. What do I hold on to? To not allow my mind to get disturbed by all this. Somebody said something, immediately mind reacts. But that person may have said it in one's immaturity, not understanding my situation, not understanding so many things, and I expect that person to understand and not be so insensitive, and then I get disturbed. So Gurudev always said that don't let the key of your happiness be in the pocket of other people. And we give the key happily. Take. Everybody can control my happiness. People can control, situations can control, ordinary inert things can control. So the idea is that a person who does not remain equanimous in one's own life, a mind which is calm and equanimous is a mind which is happy, is a mind which is loving, is a mind which is creative, is a mind which is spiritual, is a mind which is peaceful. The mind which doesn't know how to be calm and quiet cannot experience any of this. And how strange it is that our entire education system doesn't teach us how to keep the mind quiet. They don't teach us anything. Suppose a student is quiet before his exam, everybody is worried why this fellow is quiet. If he is 10th standard or 12th standard he comes to or she comes to, finished. He should be tensed. Why? Because he is in 10th standard. If he is not tensed, there is something wrong with him or her, not interested in the study. So the mind, we must teach the mind to be calm and quiet. Most important training of the mind is that amidst all the pairs of opposites, how to keep the mind quiet. Now, if you analyze what is that which disturbs the mind, are the pairs of opposite actually that which disturb the mind? Think. Does heat and cold disturb the mind? Success, failure disturbs the mind. What disturbs the mind actually? Think. If I don't get a certain object, if I get a certain object, that is what creates a fluctuation. What creates a fluctuation? Our expectations, desires. Basic point is our attachment. Our insistence creates the disturbance, nothing else. So the word here actually used here is very nice. Titiksha, you just tolerate them because you have no control over them. You can't change them. Heat and cold, I can't change anything. Sukha and dukkha, I can change that response of mind to feel happy or to feel sad. But what has happened externally that I can't change. So I have to just bear them. This has come now, accept it. The word titiksha here is tolerance and acceptance. Let me accept it. This has come now. See, disturbance comes to us not because of the event. It comes because of non-acceptance of that event. I did not expect this to be like this. Disturbed. And just imagine, after all that disturbance one goes through, ultimately what happens? One is accepting it only. After all fretting and fuming, what do you have to do? You have to accept that this is hot now. After all the emotional drama, one has to accept that, okay, I didn't get what I wanted. So then, why can't I accept it before? Why waste my energy? So the person who is aware of this, who says that equanimity of the mind is the most important, all the spiritual sadhanas are meant to bring the mind to equanimity. Whether you do pranayama, you do japa, you do upvas, you do anything, it's only to bring the mind to that point of equanimity. That most difficult circumstances I can be equanimous. Such a person actually is called as a dhira purusha. That's why in the next shloka he has used the word dhira. Samadukha sukham dhiram. Kalidas has defined dhira. Who is a dhira purusha? So Kalidas says that vikara hetau prapte sati yesham chetamsi na vikriyante te eva dhira. Meaning, even in the most provocative situation, where it is natural to get so agitated and disturbed, even in that situation, a person who remains quiet, equanimous, is a wise man, is a dhira person. He didn't define a wise person as somebody who knows so many things and lots of scriptures and very scholarly. No. He defined a wise person is, even in the most provocative situation, I can maintain my calm because I have self-mastery. And that self-mastery does not come because of any techniques. Techniques can help. So japa, puja, pranayam, yoga, all that will help. But basically it comes from the fact that can I accept things as they come. So the mantra is this. Take things as they come, leave them as they go. If I learn this is called detachment actually. We only think detachment means to drop everything. No. To learn to accept things as they come itself is detachment. Because I have to drop my attachment towards it. I will do my best and I leave the rest. Whatever comes I accept. That is called detachment. So if I take things as they come, whether it is weather or some people's comments or it is my own child, I have done the best for my child, but still the child is not able to take off as I expect. Now what can I do? Nothing more I can do. I can only think what else I can do to help the child. But if I start getting disturbed by it, oh God, no matter what I do, nothing is happening. My child will not make it, he will not become a big person, he is gone on the wrong track. Keep feeling dissipated, dejected. What will happen? Nothing will happen with it. So the idea is that if I can accept that, take things as they come, this has come now. So we always say that don't ever ask the question why, always ask the question how. That why me is a question which always disturbs the mind. Why me? Just ask how to face it now. This has come. How to face it now. So take things as they come and leave them as they go. I would say that is more difficult than the first one actually. To leave things as they go. If it has to go, it will go. I can't hold on to it. Our problem is we don't take things as they come. What comes, I want something else. And when it is going, I don't want it to go. I want to hold on to it. This take things as they come, leave them as they go is from a Sanskrit saying which applies to people, guests. Agate swagatam kuryat. Those who come, you welcome them. Gachantam na nivare. If they are going, don't stop them, tell them bye bye, go. Agate swagatam kuryat. If they come to your house, you welcome them, welcome. And when they are going, don't stop them. Ki ruk jao na, ruk jao, jao. You want to go, go. Our problem is we don't want to welcome some people. I don't like this person. He is not welcome to my house, my party. I will not call this person wantedly. Even Devatas did that and suffered. That Prajapati did that. He did not call Shivji. Wantedly he did not call Shivji. He suffered. So, Agate Swagatam Kuryat. Gachantam no nivare. If they are going, let them go. Shivji didn't stop Sati. You want to go? Go now. What can I do? I told you don't go there. We are not invited. But she is insisting that I have to go. To go. But that's their karma now. You can't help it. So take things as they come, leave them as they go. That is detachment. And that requires a great amount of centering within oneself. If I am centered within myself, I can take things as they come, leave them as they go. If I am not centered within myself and my centering is outside, in some people, in some situation, then the sorrow starts. So, Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkha Daha. These pairs of opposites will always exist. And that is the beauty of life. If I understand this very early in life, I do not allow these pairs of opposites to bother me at all. The faster I learn this lesson, more peaceful my mind is, greater my spiritual growth will be. Even ordinary things in the world to achieve, compared to spiritual heights, many successful things in the world to achieve are very ordinary. Simple example I will give you. Two cricketers who made their debut at the same time, Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Khanti. Now where are both of them? One person maintains the focus on the game, does not allow any pair of opposite to trouble. So many issues of health he has gone through. So many times the lack of form also he has gone through. Many things he has gone through. But keeps the focus on the game. Does not allow these issues to sidetrack, to bother. Praise and criticism. Both has come his way. He has kept his focus on the game. Same way with Rahul Dravid also. So many people did so many things. Strong, kept the mind steady. So the person who learns that art of keeping the focus and not allowing ordinary things to disturb. So my teacher always used to say that let the essentials be the essentials and non-essentials be the non-essentials. Do not make the essential into non-essential and non-essential into essential. Simple point of life, but takes long time to understand sometimes. That what is essential is my focus on the higher purpose. What is non-essential? This dissipation is non-essential. And the law of life is like this. You cannot choose one. 1 plus 1 free you get. You can't choose one. You can't say that I will be happy in success, but I will not get dejected in failure. No. Either you can be equanimous in success and failure, or go up and down. Both. So the example which is given is, it is like the seesaw. So the seesaw, if one side is up, the other side will go down. Now if I am choosing to sit on the sides, I can't say that I will remain up only. It will go down also. If I don't want to go up and down, come to the center. In the center there is nothing up and down. There you remain there. You go on the sides, then up, down, keep dancing. So sadhana is this, to maintain equanimity of the mind. No, but what if other people keep on provoking me? That all the more you have to maintain equanimity. Most difficult I am. Not at all easy. Because there will be some people whose behavior will irritate. And they are like that. Now the faster I understand that they are like that, the better for my mind. I can insulate myself. If I don't understand that, and I expect that they should change, and why they are not changing, and why they are behaving with me like this, nothing. You will keep getting disturbed. So idea is that let there be acceptance and let there be this understanding that let me hold on. Now how will that acceptance come? In spirituality, 3 ways to have acceptance. There are many different ways. There are techniques which you can use, but understanding wise 3 ways. First is the way of karma. That whatever has come to me is because of my karma. Let me go through that in dignity now. Because how I go through it now will create my future. If I allow it to disturb me right now, I am spoiling my future. If I am allowing it to dissipate me, completely deject me and all that, then I am wasting my time now, spoiling my future. If I say that, okay, no matter what has happened in the past, I get only what I deserve. And this has come to me, I would have done something, that's why it has come to me. Now that I am a more mature person, let me go through it in dignity, let me not unnecessarily waste my energy, let me not brand myself, condemn myself, let me not get agitated, provoke, just let it pass. That is a way of karma. That logically I can let go. Second is the way of bhakti. That whatever happens, happens for the good. Let thy will be done, not mine. In complete surrender, let things happen. Let thy will be done, not mine. Let me not have any resistance. I accept everything that Bhagavan sends as a prasad. Again, mind will be quiet. See, mind may find it difficult to accept it. Even after you say that let thy will be done, that ego and the self will may keep coming up. But that's where that surrender is, that again and again one surrenders, let thy will be done, it's okay. That's how the ego gets tamed, that's how the mind which is disturbing becomes quiet. So one is the way of karma, to accept that whatever has come, I deserve it, I go through it in dignity to create a new future. Second is the way of bhakti. I say that let thy will be done. Whatever has come by your grace. And you know what is the best. Bhagavan knows what we need. And it will come to us at the right time. So, trusting that cosmic intelligence, I live my life. And third is the path of knowledge. That even this will pass away. This will go. You say agama apayana, it comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. This is not permanent. I am the witness, this comes and goes. I remain all the time. The situation changes, people change, everything changes. So I hold on to that I, the real I. And it's a calm mind which will realize the truth. That's what he says, amritatvaya kalpate. So I can center myself in any of these 3. Karma, bhakti or jnana. Holding on to this, I center myself. You can even shift. See, sometimes it is not possible to hold on to jnana saying that even this will pass away. There is so much of pain and suffering. May not be possible even to accept it logically that I did some karma so that I am facing this result. Hold on to bhakti, saying that Bhagavan knows what is the best, I hold on to the Lord. So according to the situation one can even change, but one of them one has to get centered. Either of them choose and then get centered at that point in time. So if that happens, that is true spiritual growth. If you want to measure the progress, that am I growing spiritually? What is the criteria? Is it that because I am attending spiritual classes, I am doing meditation, suddenly there is a halo and round behind? I do so much of Kapalbhati so that my forehead is shiny. I can read the minds of people. I have special power, Siddhi, walk on water. One man went to our Guruji, Swami Tejomayanji, and he asked the question also. He said, Swamiji, can you walk on water? He said, yes, I can, come. He took him to the bathroom, poured a bucket of water, he walked over it. These people think that all these kinds of powers and siddhi and reading the mind and this halo and this. In the scriptures, in the history, not scripture, in the history there is enough examples of such people who have acquired all these, but they have not acquired this. There is one example of Gyaneshwar Maharaj. Gyaneshwar Maharaj is hardly 16 years old, and this Changdev, it is said he lived for I don't know how many thousand years or something. Big, great yogi, and has lots of powers, and he has controlled a whole, tiger and wild animals and snake and all that. So he wrote one big letter and he sent it to Gyaneshwar Maharaj. Gyaneshwar Maharaj read all that, and in reply he sent one blank letter. Looking at that blank letter, that Changdev felt so insulted. He said, I am going to meet and show him who I am. So he sat on his tiger and he held his snake and all that, and with all the, his disciples and all that, he went to meet Gyaneshwar Maharaj. And somebody told Gyaneshwar Maharaj that he is coming to meet you now, like this. So Gyaneshwar Maharaj, Nivrittinath, Sopandev and Muktabai, all four of them, they sat on a wall, and Gyaneshwar Maharaj directed the wall, chalo. So when he flew on the wall and he came, this Changdev could not believe that. He said, I have power only on the sentient and living beings. He has power on the inner things also. And his pride got humbled. I think there Poseidon is connected to that only. I don't remember. No, Changdev Pasashti, that is. 65 verses that Changdev Maharaj gave out there. So the idea is that one may have all these powers, but true spirituality lies in humility, equanimity. These two are very, very important. And both are very closely connected. If I don't have humility, I cannot have equanimity. And if I don't have equanimity, I cannot have true humility. So true spiritual growth is these two. That amidst all the disturbance, I can still remain calm and quiet, humble and focused. Do not allow the mind to get disturbed. For that, centering in any of these is very important. And sometimes it is also true that life brings a lot of difficult situations to hammer us into shape. So Gurudev used to give us a very nice example of a magnet. And he used to say that in a magnet there is North Pole and South Pole. You cut that magnet, again there will become North Pole, South Pole. You keep on cutting, it will keep on creating that. And those North Pole, South Pole, they will have attraction and repulsion. So he would say that if you want that magnet to give up its magnetism, what you have to do? You take the magnet and keep on banging it on the floor. Keep banging. You keep on banging it on the floor. Actually, magnet is nothing but a piece of iron only. It's an ordinary piece of iron. But it has got that magnetism and whatever. So then you keep on banging on the floor, it will lose all the magnetism. That's why you see some children when they play with the magnet, they keep on playing. After some time the magnet has no Power only. Why? Because they keep on playing it on the ground and banging it, and so the magnetism of that slowly goes away. And it becomes an ordinary piece of iron which will have no attraction and no repulsion. Just an ordinary piece. So in the same way, he used to say that these pairs of opposites are to keep on banging us to remove our raga and dvesha. And once that raga and dvesha goes away, you become so equanimous in life. Whatever you want to achieve, you will achieve very easily.
So how does it relate to a life? What do we do?
No, the pairs of opposites are situations which come in our life to keep bashing us.
Bashing.
Once we keep getting bashed, the raga and dvesha, the attraction and the aversion that we have, that will go away. Because it's our attachment which we express as raga and dvesha, which creates that disturbance to the mind. That I want something, I don't want something.
Then you are aware of it, then only it happens. Then it
Yeah, that's what. So then that's the attitude you have to take. That now this is happening to me, let me go through it so that my raga and dvesha will go away. Let me not suffer that why this is happening to me.
So what you're saying is, so if there's someone you care for very much and the person who does not treat you well or whatever, you must have this.
Yeah, have this attitude that I did my best, I will keep loving. I don't depend on that person's response at all. If I feel hurt about that, then I tell this to myself. So that my attachment to that person and my attachment to a certain way of behavior goes away and I can keep loving unconditionally. The moment I do that, I become so independent that no matter what the opposite person does, my mind is not disturbed. Because I keep on giving my love, I keep doing what I have to do as my duty was. It is such a state of freedom. It is not boredom. A lot of people think that equanimous in success and failure is so boring. Somebody used to say that. One of the talks, last week we had a Balvihar camp. In that they brought up. Variety is the spice of life, Swamiji. Why should we be equanimous? Okay. Then don't complain that the spice is too much. It will be like that. Up and down one keeps going. How long will you keep going up and down? In one place people are equanimous. Strangely equanimous. In success and failure they are equanimous. Think how. If they succeed also they drink alcohol. If they fail also they drink alcohol. Either way destroy themselves. No sense it makes. Why do you drink for both? But no, don't drink. That is not equanimity. That is drugging yourself totally. So the idea is that even if difficult situations come, agamaha apayana, they will go. Imagine how many years Nelson Mandela must have been in that jail, holding on to that idea, not giving up hope. That other lady also from, what is her name? Suki. She also, the Burmese lady. How many years? So holding on to the idea, don't allow the mind to dissipate. So that is one very important lesson in this second chapter. And how not to allow small things, petty little things. If you observe life, you will find that it is not that big events which disturb us really. It is very ordinary things which disturb us. Small things. My maid didn't come. Finished.
That's a big event.
That's a big event. My maid didn't come. This person did not behave like that. Why you didn't do it like this? At this particular time I wanted coffee, you didn't bring it. Ordinary small little things. No capacity to let go. Because I don't hold on to something higher. That is my problem. I just let ordinary things disturb me. Will a father who is playing with a child with the toys really get disturbed that he lost? It's a game for him. playing. So, a person who has that attitude that life is a sport and can remain equanimous. It's just a game. We take it too seriously. Then the mind gets disturbed. So the training for that is let the small things not affect. One place Gurudev went to give a talk, 7 days yajna. So he would stay in somebody's house. So the whole yajna got over. And after 3 months, another Swamiji went to stay there for a talk series. And he was hosted in the same room as Gurudev. When he went inside, he came out shocked. He said, "This is the same bed on which Gurudev slept." The host said, "Yes." And this Swamiji felt so sad, so disappointed. He wrote to Gurudev saying, "I am really sorry, Gurudev, I should have personally taken care to check. The bed is so small, it is hardly 5 feet. And Gurudev is 6 feet and above." So he said, "I am very, very sorry, I should have personally taken care, but how did you manage, Gurudev?" Had that letter, Gurudev read through the whole thing and he replied on that letter only, "I slept diagonal." Over. He didn't bother only. He didn't tell the host that why did you keep this thing and I am such a tall man, this is so inconvenient, you remove this from here. Nothing. He slept diagonal happily. And literally we have seen him like that. Early morning he used to get up and write his letters. Sometimes it will be shivering cold, biting cold. And he'll have nothing on his, no angavastram, no shawl, nothing. He's simply sitting there and writing his letters. Heat and cold never has even complained. Food, no complaint on the food at all. Whatever you give him, he just eat. Sometimes he used to eat such hot, spicy food, and sometimes some bland food is given to him also he'll eat. He no complaints at all. So a person who masters these things, and the training of this, the faster it is given in childhood, the better. Especially food and all that. Nowadays, so what nakhra. At Balvihar camp that we had 2 weeks ago, some of the parents said, "Swamiji, in our house every day one meal has to be a non-Indian dish. If that child does not eat a non-Indian dish, that day is incomplete. You can't make 2 meals which are Indian. One meal has to be non-Indian." Where we didn't have a choice when we were children. Whatever is cooked in the house, eat. If you can't eat, go. Nowadays, beta, क्या खाओगे? क्या खाने का मन कर रहा है? And some people ask us also, "Swamiji, what do you feel like eating?" I say, "Nothing, you send whatever." We don't think about food. Today, can you send bhel puri? Tomorrow, will you send me pizza? Nothing, our mind doesn't think about that. So don't ask, just follow certain diet restrictions which we have for health and make anything you want. So equanimity in the mind, success, failure, pleasure, pain, all that. And such people, he says here, that they are ready for going deep into inquiry of the self. Saha amritatvaya kalpate. Yamhina vyathayanti. They don't get disturbed. Their mind remains. And such a mind is a powerhouse. You just think about it, that in a day, the amount of reactions that we do, if we control even 20% of them, you will find so much of energy in the mind. How much energy we waste? Unnecessary. The glory of life is not in knowing how to react in different ways. The glory of life is in knowing how not to react. But all the serials that you see now with all kinds of drama, same scene, same, one dialogue, an emotionally loaded dialogue it will be, and that lady will say that, and some 5-7 angles they will show that same thing with whatever kind of drama and music and everything. and create that kind of a emotional tension there. Then you learn all that only. Where will you learn equanimity after that? All kinds of drama only. The glory of life is not in that. It is to know how to remain equanimous in the most difficult circumstance. Bhagavan Ram was to be crowned as the prince. And all the people are celebrating that, and the whole Ayodhya is lit up and everything is happening, and next morning he is to be crowned as a prince. And that evening he is told that you have to go to the forest. Not one disturbance in his mind, not one. He does not tell his father that what you promised me and what are you giving me, what are you doing, you are a slave to your wife after all. No drama like that, nothing. No blaming Kaikeyi also that what a wretched lady you are. Nothing. The way he handled that whole situation. You may say that no, but he was Ram. But the point is not that he was Bhagwan. He was living as a human being. He lived that whole life. He did not show any miracles in that Ram avatar. He showed how a human being can live dharma. How he broke the news to his own mother, Kaushalya. He didn't say that, father has banished me into the forest. No. He said, my father has given me the kingdom of the forest. Ita dinu mohe kanana raju. What a way to express it. That my father has given me the kingdom of the forest. Means how much of equanimity must be there in his mind to put this most unexpected and disturbing news in such a polite and a positive way. Lakshman got angry. He was furious. One place only Ram gets angry, only one place. And that is when that after 3 days of prayer, that ocean doesn't give way, there he takes out his arrow. Otherwise you don't see him getting angry at all. Even when that incident happens where Sita ji has to be banished, deep down it is unjust. As an individual he suffered also. Ram suffered so much. But as a king he has to do it. He did not get agitated and disturbed that why is this Praja doing all this. Even after Sita has been, she went through the Agni Pariksha, he didn't get disturbed at all. That is the strength. And great people are such people who keep hold their mettle. They don't get disturbed. So here, these two verses, having said that, Bhagavan says such a person is fit for immortality. Now comes one of the most important verses, verse number 16. Nasato vidyate bhavaha.
Nasato vidyate bhavaha.
Nabhavo vidyate sataha.
Nabhavo vidyate sataha.
Ubhayorapi drashtontastu.
Uvayorapi drashtontastu.
Anayostattvadarshibhihi.
Anayostattvadarshibhihi.
So he says, na asataha vidyate bhavaha. That which is unreal has no existence. Na abhavo vidyate sataha. That which is real is never non-existent. Meaning that which is real is always existent. That which is unreal is never existent. Ubhayorapi drashtontastu. Those who see the truth of both this, that unreal does not exist at all. It is the real alone which exists at all times. Anayos tattvadarshibhihi. Those who are the seers of the truth, they see both these. The truth alone is, untruth never is. This requires a little more detailed understanding of what is real, what is unreal. So that we will take up tomorrow. So from here, verse number 16 to verse number 30 is the whole portion about self-knowledge. And the best portion of the entire Gita, where Bhagavan directly tells Arjuna that you are immortal, you are that soul which is imperishable, indestructible. And this is that portion which is to be even chanted when somebody departs. Because this is about immortality of the soul and the clothes changing and many of these aspects. So generally second chapter is chanted, and even if you can't chant the whole second chapter, then the 16 to 30 one should chant. That will give us the strength and the right attitude towards how to respond towards such a situation, and also strengthen the departed soul, because the soul also has to become aware that I am not the body is left down there, my journey moves on. So more of that we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti